Some breaking news that just came into my timeline as Monty Williams has agreed to a 6-year, $72 million deal to become the next head coach of the Detroit Pistons. That's right. Monty Williams is going to be the next head coach of the Detroit Pistons. He was recently let go from the Phoenix Suns after the Phoenix Suns lost in the second round to the Denver Nuggets. This is a good hire. Now, initially, Monty Williams turned down the offer to become the Detroit Pistons head coach. He did. He initially turned down the offer, but since he's reconsidered, and one thing about Monty Williams is that he has a knack for turning around bad teams. Before he got to the Pelicans were a team that was in disarray, was going nowhere. He had them going in the right direction. And then when he got that raw deal in New Orleans and he got to Phoenix, Phoenix was a sham organization. And we know why Phoenix was a sham organization, considering the stuff that the owner was getting involved in. And he took the Phoenix Suns to the NBA Finals alongside Chris Paul. What's up, Nate Shepard? My sister Day Love, Alex Heron. I know Alex Heron is probably real excited right now regarding this news. But anyway, he was let go from Phoenix, and now he has a chance to turn around a Detroit Pistons basketball team that recently let go of Dwayne Casey after Dwayne Casey failed to, bring that organization back to prominence during his 4 years there. Now, Dwayne Casey has transitioned to the front office. And look, in my opinion, I feel that Monty Williams has a great situation here. He got a really talented young group of guys that he can build with for the next 5-6 years. You got Cade Cunningham. He's coming back from injury. They just recently traded for James Wiseman. Jalen Duran is a really good basketball player, a guy who can get rebounds, block shots, rim protect. So they got a great situation in Detroit. And I feel there's going to be a rapid turnaround. What's up, Asia Boo? You got guys like Jaden Ivey, Killian Hayes, Bojan Bogdanovic, right? Isaiah Stewart. You got those guys on the Detroit Pistons. And that's a nice young core that they have. So we're just going to have to see how this plays out next season. We're starting to see a lot of coaches get job offers now. I think the Phoenix Suns is one of the only teams that don't have a coach yet, and I think they're going to go after Doc Rivers. We just had Bob Myers recently step down as GM of Golden State, and I think Bob Myers is going to end up with the Clippers. Because to me, I believe Bob Myers and Steve Kerr got beef going on. I'm gonna talk about that in another video though. But congratulations to Monty Williams, man. I felt that Monty Williams shouldn't have got fired from Phoenix. I just felt that the organization made a bad move and bringing back DeAndre Ayton. DeAndre Ayton, to me, sabotaged Monty Williams. But I will talk about him in another video as well. But yeah, man, the Detroit got a good situation. There's a good situation in Detroit, and this is a nice, young, up-and-coming team. Now, do I think they're going to like shock the world and win the NBA championship? Probably not. But are they going to get better under Monty Williams? Absolutely. And I wouldn't be surprised if this team, makes the play-in game next year. You got Ime Udoka out in Houston, a guy who's going to take a young team, mold it, and fit them to his image. And the Houston Rockets going to be a better team next year. You heard it here first. The Sixers could have used Monty Williams. Exact. What's up, Patrick Renee? Yeah, I agree. The Sixers could have used Monty Williams. But then again, I don't think at this point James Harden and Joel Embiid are who they are. It don't matter what coach you bring in there. Those two always going to find a way to choke in the playoffs, if not get injured. So he's getting an excess of $10 million a year. Monty Williams is. Yep, he's going to get an excess of $10 million a year. The Pistons initially made contact with Williams 2 weeks ago about their head coaching position after the NBA draft lottery, but sources say he turned down the offer and intended to take a year off of basketball. But the Pistons remain interested, and now they've offered him more money. So I wonder what made him change his mind. Was it more money? Was it more control? What made Monty Williams change his mind from taking a year off of basketball to now wanting to be the new head coach of the Detroit Pistons? He's the third straight coach with extensive experience. Dwayne Casey was, like I said, he was let go after 5 years. Dwayne Casey was previously the coach of the Toronto Raptors, couldn't get past LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers, got fired the same year he won Coach of the Year. Then prior to him, it was Stan Van Gundy, who was a former coach for the Miami Heat and the Orlando Magic. And Stan Van Gundy was not only the coach, but he was also president of basketball operations for the Detroit Pistons. The Pistons tried to go after Bucks assistant Charles Lee and former UConn coach Kevin Ollie, as well as New Orleans Pelicans assistant Jerron Collins. So this is where we at. This is where we at. And man, I'm excited for Detroit Pistons fans, man, because look, I remember the Bad Boy Pistons in the 80s. And the Bad Boy Pistons in the 80s were a tough, defensive-minded, albeit, some guys were dirty, like Bill Laimbeer and Rick Mahorn. But they played tough defense, and they made you play their style of basketball. So and then you had the Pistons in 2004, but before Larry Brown was there, remember, the coach prior to Larry Brown getting there was Rick Carlisle. And Rick Carlisle got fired because Rick Carlisle would get the Detroit Pistons to the playoffs, but they could never really get over the hump under Rick Carlisle. So he got fired and replaced with Larry Brown, and then Larry Brown took that team. In 2004, they upset the Lakers, the heavily favored Lakers, with Shaq and Kobe, and they won the NBA championship that year. Yeah, you came in late, T. Sweezy already explained all that. He did decline the offer, but he changed his mind. So Monty Williams is going to become the new head coach of the Detroit Pistons. And he is going to have a very talented young roster to work with. See, in my opinion, the whole landscape of the NBA is going to change. The Boston Celtics, as we know it, is going to be done with. The Philadelphia 76ers, they're pretty much going to be the same team. The Milwaukee Bucks got a new head coach. They're still within that championship window. The Chicago Bulls are not really going to go anywhere. The New York Knicks, should they decide to trade Julius Randle, and I'm going to talk about that in another video, because the Knicks tried to trade Julius Randle last year to the Utah Jazz, and the Utah Jazz said, no, we don't want him. So it's going to be real exciting. It's going to be real exciting to break these teams down. And after the NBA Finals, and after we get past Summer League, and after we get past the draft and all that stuff, right? Well, it's first the draft, then Summer League, then whatever else. But anyway, the Raptors do not have a head coach yet. They have not hired a head coach yet. Steve Nash is being considered. I don't know why he's being considered, but whatever, right? So you got Toronto and Phoenix. Who are looking for head coaches. Now, I personally believe Doc Rivers is going to go to Phoenix. That's my personal belief. If Doc Rivers don't go to Phoenix, I think Doc Rivers going to take the year off of basketball. What's up, Chi-Town King, Patrick, say T Sweezy, all you guys, Patrick Renee. Make sure you hit that like button, right? Hitman, what's up, bro? 313 Hitman, what's up with you, bro? Yeah, initially he wasn't going to coach. He was going to take the year off. So he changed his mind. For those of you just not getting in, Monty Williams initially was going to turn down the offer to become the Pistons coach, but he changed his mind. Now he will be the head coach of the Detroit Pistons. So now you do have a reason to be excited. And they got, and I said, they're gonna have a really good team next year. They're gonna have a really good team next year, and I wouldn't be surprised if they make the playoffs. I would not be surprised if Monty Williams takes this Detroit Pistons team to the playoffs. Now, do I think they're going to win the NBA championship? Probably. Let's not get carried away. Let's not get carried away, because this team going to have some growing pains. The Detroit Pistons are going to have some growing pains. These young Pistons, you gotta be able to win games in hostile environments. You got to be able to win games when your star players are not playing at their best. You know, so and then if you're an up and coming team and you got an inferior opponent, you got to go out there and take care of business. You know what? I haven't done this in a while. I'm gonna drop the link, and then we'll talk about this, right? Um, I want to talk to. I only want to talk to Hitman 313 Hitman. If you're not 313 Hitman, don't click that link. I only want to talk to 313 Hitman because he a Pistons fan. So, but yeah, with Cade Cunningham, Killian Hayes, Jalen Duran, what's the other guy's name? James Wiseman. Oh man, that's a nice little nucleus right there. That is a nice little nucleus right there. Isaiah Stewart, another dude. So yeah. I can't wait, man. I can't wait to see how this team plays next year. They're gonna be vastly improved. What's up, Brandon Ethero? Gideon, I only want to talk to 313 Hitman. You not him. You gotta go. But yeah, Vogel? Frank Vogel? Nah, I don't know Frank Vogel, man. Get out of here. Frank Vogel? No. Definitely not Frank Vogel. I don't know where 313 Hitman went. All right, Gideon, you lucky 313 Hitman ain't here yet. But as soon as he come in, I'm gonna kick you off. But what you got on this higher? Gideon.
Well,
Hey, your mic, something wrong with your connection. Hey, just go out and come back in. Uh, what's up, bro? Hey, Hitman, you on mute.
Hey, what's up, LB? How you doing?
Hey, what you got on this high, bro?
I'm shocked. I said I did not see this coming because all the reports saying that he wasn't going to coach again, and then I turned right around and I just clicked on your video. I'm like, what? I mean, somebody tell me this is a lie, but coming to find out, it's true.
Yeah, this wasn't no lie. Trust me, I'm not. I don't put up no lies on my channel. Cause I read the same report 2 weeks ago, man. Like, man, he turned it down, right? And and then I just happened to go on my timeline. I'm like, oh, whoa, what happened? He become the new head coach. I'm like, oh yeah, I got to go on live for this one.
And the thing about it was, I mean, of course, we was gonna the other report saying we was gonna settle for Ollie, but I heard earlier today they was gonna make the hardest push that they ever made, and for some reason this worked. This one worked.
Yeah, I don't look. I like Kevin Ollie, but I don't think that would have worked.
No, that would have been a fallback plan if we didn't get if we didn't get Monty Williams.
Right, but but if yeah, all right. If they didn't get Monty Williams, man, I thought they would have should have gone with a young coach, something one of the first time guys, right? Because you had Charles Lee out there for the Bucks. He's been highly touted or whatever. I think Ime Udoka might have turned down that job because I'm pretty sure they would have offered it to him, but I think he turned it down. But
Well,
yeah,
him accepting that deal from the Rockets, it's some sort of the same thing. But this one, I gotta be honest, LB, this is a shocker.
yeah, I agree. This man just turned down the job 2 weeks ago. He turned down the same job 2 weeks ago.
And then on top of that, I'm hearing earlier today, right after I got off of work, saying that they're gonna make a harder push for him again. And then I said I just got back on YouTube and read your title. I'm like, and I know you don't do clickbait or nothing like that, but I'm like, wait a minute, this can't be real. And then I clicked on your title. I'm like, oh snap! I can't believe it happened.
Yeah, the owner, Tom Gores.
Yeah, Tom Gores. Yeah,
Because there's pressure on him to sell the team.
yeah. I mean, but that's always been there. Ever since that's been there ever since. Like little right after he bought the team.
Mm-hmm.
I think he bought the team in 2014, actually.
Yeah. Yeah. There was pressure on him to sell the team. But my thing is, the stuff that he tried to do had just hasn't worked. He tried to bring in experienced head coaches like Stan Van Gundy and made him president of basketball operations. That didn't work.
Yeah, disaster. And only two playoff trips from him. Yeah, that's a disaster.
Yeah. And then you fire him. You had two separate endings. You bring in Dwayne Casey. That didn't work.
That clearly didn't work.
Oh Lord, that was like they were hustling backwards, bro. Oh man,
not just hustling backwards, but operating backwards.
So the contract, for those of you need to know it, is 6 years, $78.5 million. It's the largest contract ever.
Wow.
Largest contract in NBA history. 6 years, $78.5 million.
So basically getting 13 a year.
Yeah. I mean, and then, this comes as good news for Detroit Pistons because last month they was in the news for all the wrong reasons because the Pistons' former GM got fired.
Yeah, over that little scandal. Yeah, I read about that.
Yeah, they say he was a frequent harasser. I was like, what the hell, bro?
And then before that, we messed around and got railroaded in the lottery. We got the 5th pick again.
Yeah.
So I have to say, things haven't been going good on our side for a while. Until this.
And team reflects leadership, man. You can't have your front office getting involved in all kinds of wild sex scandals and all that, and your team suck on the court.
Yeah, we've been horrible. We've been horrible for a long time. We have, and this coming from me.
Yeah, as a devout Detroit Pistons fan, yeah, I can see that you need something to be excited about.
Yeah, hopefully this is the beginning of a turnaround. Cause I'm gonna be honest, man. I mean, I know everybody's not guaranteed to win, but I'm sick of all this losing.
Yeah. Yeah. At least if you go to the playoffs and have a chance to win, that's one thing. But when you like a perennial playoff, are you perennial 20-21 win team and all that? You know what I'm saying? No direction and all that. It's just, oh Lord. It's gonna be bad.
Because That's what we've been. A doggone lottery pick. Really since 2012, really.
Hey, when y'all open that new arena?
Yeah, we opened it in 2018.
And how many playoff games y'all had there?
Two.
Just two?
Two measly home playoff games against the dang Bucks. Two.
Oh, that's the year y'all got swept by them, right?
The very year we got swept by them. Yep.
Oh.
The first year open, we got swept.
Yeah. That's not good. That's not good.
I mean, look, LB, I'm just telling the truth. I hate seeing this. The facts are facts.
Yep. Yeah, it's bad. That's bad. So, I mean, then you really don't got no like big time free agents coming to Detroit. So it was a kind of, huh?
Just like we did with Monty Williams, we gotta overpay for anybody to even look at the deal.
Right.
Let alone on the dotted line. We gotta overpay for them to even look.
So it was incumbent upon the front office to hit a home run in the draft and shit. You know what I'm saying?
We have to. We have to now. I mean, if we want Ivy and K to be as successful as they want to be, we gotta get our guy with the number 5 pick. We have to hit it now.
Yeah. Yep. Gotta hit a home run in the draft, and then because that's the same problem the Washington Wizards have. You know, me being in the DC area, they just fired they just fired their GM. What's that guy's name? Tommy Shepard. Tommy Shepard's horrific. This man is a horrific talent evaluator, man. Oh my! And then he trades for Kristaps Porzingis. You know what I'm saying? He's trash. Kyle Kuzma was good. Bradley Beal, you know, he overpaid for Bradley Beal. You know, giving him $50 million and they ain't done shit.
But my thing with Beal is, why did he take that deal when he could have took less on a winning team? I don't think anybody would blame him for ring chasing.
No, because he was highly touted. A lot of people were looking to trade him and shit like that. But so basically, the idea was Tommy Shepard wanted to have a big three in DC with Bradley Beal, Kyle Kuzma, and Kristaps Porzingis, right?
Yeah, he tried that.
He tried it. It didn't work. So because the problem was when you got three guys and three guys are tapped to like $100 million and the salary cap's like about $162 million, right?
Yeah.
You don't have a whole lot of wiggle room to bring in quality players, so you either have to find a veteran who's just coming off injury, and you can sign him to a mid-level exception, and have him become a breakout star, or you got to hit a home run in the draft. Neither one of them happened. He tried to trade for guys like KCP and fucking Ish Smith and all these other clowns, man. I was like, what the fuck, bro?
Oh my gosh.
So after 2 35-win seasons, just basking in the glory of mediocrity, the owner said enough is enough. Tommy Shepard, you're fired. Fired him when everybody was asleep. And then the day before, like 2 days before, he was at a press conference and the reporter asked him about his job security, and that motherfucker was like, shit, well, why am I worried about my job security for? I'm not going nowhere. Shit. 2 days later, you're fired.
Well, heck, at least the owner did the right thing. It took Tom Gores forever to make this the decision to get rid of Casey. It took him forever.
But the Dwayne Casey was in the front office.
Yeah.
He's gonna be the assistant to the assistant to the assistant.
No, listen. I'm not the biggest fan of Casey getting a check, but at least he's but as long as he's not on that sideline, I'm happy with it.
Yep. Yep.
So it's like I'm accepting this as a give and take, but not in the nicest way. But I'm happy about this, even though unfortunately Casey's gonna still get a check from Gores.
Yep. All right, so hey y'all, the chat line is open now. I dropped the link. If anybody want to come in now, chat line is open. Right? All right, T Sweezy, what you got? Don't come in here talking about that Boston Celtics shit. We talk about the Pistons.
Oh, I'm not. No, what you and the other guy was saying is it's on point. I honestly thought like, you know, they did hold the hold the Rockets out of, I mean, not the Rockets, they hold the Pistons out of the number one pick. You feel me? To me, it should have been out of them, the Rockets, and Charlotte. You feel me?
Charlotte.
So, that's BS. Portland was what? Portland was what? 5 games at the play. That's BS.
Yeah, Charlotte was horrific.
No, I was talking about I was talking about Portland. I was saying Portland got the 3rd pick, which is crazy. Like they won over what? Portland won what? 38 games? How many games they won?
Portland won like 33 games or some shit that.
That's crazy. But
I don't know why the hell. I don't know why the hell Little want to stay. Man, I'm getting the hell out of there.
Where's the draft anyway? When is the draft?
Nah, I was gonna
something like that.
Was that? Hey, what's that in the background? San Antonio, Charlotte, Portland, Houston, and Detroit got the top 5 picks.
Okay. We
all know who's going number 1.
News until you made the video.
Well, it's pretty obvious who's going number 1.
I want to get you and the Pistons on. You and the Piston do it on the show.
The what?
I said I want to get you and that Piston do it on the show.
We'll talk about that offline.
Okay. I'm talking about the Monty Williams stuff. Whenever you're ready. But what I was gonna say, so he's the highest paid coach.
Yep, that's the highest paid coach in NBA history, Monty Williams.
Who's the second highest paid?
$78.5 million.
Who's the second highest paid?
Be probably Popovich.
Okay. So is all that fully guaranteed? Because I heard y'all say something about I heard somebody say something about 12 years.
12 years?
No. One of y'all said 12 years or something like that.
No, he getting 12, like in excess of 12 million a year.
Okay.
Yeah, all NBA contracts are guaranteed.
Is the CBA gonna play a part of it?
No, I don't think CBA got nothing to do with this.
Okay. So the CBA is basically like it's basically the union for NBA players, right?
Yeah, coaches got their own union.
Okay. Hey, I'm not gonna lie though. If I was Monty, should have took the Toronto job.
Why you believe you should take the Toronto job?
Because he has something to work with.
You don't think Detroit got nothing to work with?
Them niggas ass. They can't. I mean, my bad. Excuse my language. They trash. Like, I don't know, man. Like, they had Dwayne Casey. I mean, I know K was hurt for the whole year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was done.
Oh, the Pistons
Yeah, he
fans
was.
still here? What's your name, Brody?
Say again.
What's your name, Brody?
I'm Hitman.
Oh, hey man. Oh, hey, nice to meet you. I'm T Sweezy. For sure.
Nice to meet you.
For sure. Now I was saying, what I was saying was I didn't like how they the NBA. I ain't gonna lie, I feel like they was politicking. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
it should have been
yeah,
y'all, the Rockets, and the Hornets. You feel me? Out of the top 3 pick. You feel me? The Portland and the
yeah.
Trailblazers, they had no business of being in here though. The Portland Trailblazers was won 30, like what 35, 37 games? That's BS. How many games y'all won?
Less than
It doesn't
20.
matter how many games they won.
We won
It's the
17
You
games.
said what, bro?
We won 17 measly games.
17 games, and y'all got the 5th pick.
Yeah,
Okay. Portland Trailblazers won 33, and y'all won 11. Wow.
But that's not. But this the lottery. It's not, it doesn't matter how many games they won. It's how the balls play out. This was designed to keep teams from tanking, just so they can get the number 1 overall pick.
Wait, that's why they did the lottery?
That's why they did the draft lottery the way they did, because the NBA saw that teams were, as soon as teams were out of the playoffs, teams were not playing players and all that, and they were just pretty much mailing it in. And so once fans learned that, oh well, their favorite player not playing, well, why am I gonna go to the game? That's why the NBA did all these drastic moves. That's why you see the play-in tournament. That's why you see, the draft lottery. That's why you see all these changes being taking place, because the NBA they're not trying to, have fans not show up to the game because they find out they star player or their favorite player not playing.
Mm.
So,
Okay, LB, you do got a point though. You just gave me some game.
yeah, man, because at the end of the day, man, we as the paying customer, and the media, who's televising these games, they want a quality product, because if you don't get a quality product, that's taking money out of their pocket. And ESPN and TNT, right now, for at least the next couple of years, they're gonna want some quality games, because guess who's coming into play next? Amazon. Then you got NBC looking to get basketball back. Because 90s basketball at NBC was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Apple, all these streaming services now looking to get their hands on NBA content, just like how YouTube acquired the rights for the NFL after all these years with DirecTV, because all this stuff is going to streaming service. Ain't nobody looking at no cable now. Ain't nobody cutting the cord. So with that being said, it's incumbent upon the networks that's carrying these games to put on a quality product, and the NBA is responsible for that. Now, Gideon, what you got? I know you've been chopping at the bit to try to talk about this stuff with the Detroit Pistons. So, what you got?
Right. Salute everyone. Hope everyone enjoyed the Memorial Day. Well, the Detroit Pistons finally get their new leader in the clubhouse. I mean, Monty Williams helped turn around the Pelicans, helped turn around the Suns, and I think he's going to turn around the Pistons, though. With Cade Cunningham, Killian
Monty
Hayes.
Williams is on the Pelicans?
Yeah, he was on the Pelicans. Yeah, they made the
His first
playoffs.
head coaching job was on the Pelicans.
You said his what?
His first head coaching job was on the Pelicans.
When was this?
Yeah.
Like
On the
2013,
Hornets,
the year-
actually, then Pelicans.
You said what year?
2011, 2012 year. 2011, 2012 year.
Oh, so
no,
he
2010,
drafted
2011, excuse me. Yeah, it was pre-AD, before AD.
So how many years he was there before AD?
Well, before AD, I know he's. Let me check. Give me some time, please. I know he was there in 2010, 2011. Let me check. Yeah, he got five.
He was there when they was the New Orleans Hornets.
Yeah,
right?
He was with the Pelicans. Yeah, he was there. He
Oh,
was there with the
he was
Pelicans
Chris
for
Paul
6
coach?
years. For 6 years,
Paul was
2010. Yeah, he was with the Hornets / Pelicans 2010 to 2015. team. Yeah.
So he was Chris Paul coach.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
like I say, his first coaching game was in New Orleans.
Mm-hmm. Right. And then he was an assistant coach for OKC for a span, and then he went to Phoenix though, and then helped turn around the Suns when it went 8-0 in the bubble. They didn't make the playoffs, but it's still some signs of life, and they got them to the NBA Finals 2021 and the best record in the NBA 64. So
I don't think he should have got fired though. He's a good coach.
With who?
All right, so what about him in Detroit? Where you see him at in Detroit?
I think we'll make the Pistons a much better team, because the thing with Detroit is that weird coaching, injuries, and weird lineups and all that. So I think with Monty Williams, I think we'll develop Cade Cunningham, Killian Hayes, James Wiseman, and etc. Though Sadiq Bey, Sadiq Bey is my fault. Isaiah Stewart, my fault. So I think
he
that
got traded to the Hawks.
He got traded to the Hawks, my fault. Excuse me. So I'm saying that I think Detroit's gonna be a nice team though. All the Pistons really need is some shooting in there, but I think Monty Williams is gonna make them a much more competitive and locked-in team next year. And who knows? I'm not saying this is gonna happen. I'm not saying it'll happen, but don't be surprised.
Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say
it. Right. But they're gonna be a surprise team next year, and who knows? They might be in the play-in, and maybe by next time in springtime, they might be in the playoffs. Who knows?
You don't listen very well when I say don't say it, Gideon, innit? You try to be slick with it. Should kick your ass off the panel just for doing that.
No, I was messing around, Jim. I was messing around.
Wait. What did he say? I missed it.
I said they have a shot to make the playoffs next year. I'm not saying they will.
Why you not confident?
What?
No, I said why LB not confident.
Wait, which team are you talking about?
Monty Williams in Detroit. Detroit basketball.
They have a shot. They definitely have a shot. I don't know if they're going to make it. They have a shot.
Is Hitman still in here?
Sunshine.
Hey, what's up?
You disrespect me one more time, I'm gonna kick your ass off my panel. I mean that shit.
All right, my fault.
All right, Chi-Town King, what you got?
Yeah, I know that was a good hire for the Pistons. I do think they're going to make the play-in tournament. I think they do have the potential to make the playoffs, because I do think Cade Cunningham is a future star.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie though. LB, who would you start? Isaiah Stewart or Wiseman?
Isaiah Stewart? No, Isaiah Stewart wasn't no star. He's a quality role player, but I think the ball's gonna be in the hands between Cade Cunningham. I don't know how that's gonna impact Jaden Ivey when Cade Cunningham comes back, but it pretty much could be between Cade Cunningham and James Wiseman, because they traded for him. James Wiseman was the former number one overall pick. That Golden State pretty much treated him as trash.
Stupid.
And they ended up trading him.
Yeah, he didn't even play his second year. He got injured his first year.
He got injured his first year, and then he don't fit with Steve Kerr's coaching style.
Steve Kerr's a dumb coach. He started getting exposed when Mike Brown left.
So that's where we at. So, and then you got Jalen Durant. That's the one guy I really do like. I like Jalen Durant. A guy that can rebound and rim protect. I really like him. He just need more seasoning. Only question with that is you got those two bigs, right? Obviously, they won't be able to share the court at the same time. So I suspect Jalen Durant's going to end up on the trading block before the season ends, before next season ends.
And so is his contract fully guaranteed, like his 6 years?
All NBA contracts are fully guaranteed.
Okay. So he pretty much just went after the money. He don't care about he don't care about having the chance to compete for a championship.
What do you mean? The dude was looking to take a year off. If someone's throwing, let me ask you something. If you was working at Burger King, right, and you was working $10, you was making $10 an hour,
yeah,
and you was saying that, hey, look, I think I'm going to leave because I just don't like this environment, and they say, "Hey, look, we're going to pay you $30 an hour. Would you leave then?"
Yeah.
So you would still leave.
But
you got to pay.
If they gonna have a reason to fire him though, because
hold on. Maybe Burger King might be a bad example. Your job right now, wherever you work at, I don't need to know where you're working at, whatever like that, right? Your current job situation, right? If your current job pays you more money than what you make it right now, would you leave?
You said, or say that again? You said my current job pays me more money. If what?
If your current job say your boss come to you tomorrow, right? And they say, "Hey, look, we're gonna look to increase your pay."
Right.
Are you still gonna leave your job?
No. If they increase my pay, no.
All right then. So Marty Williams turned down the initial offer and saying, "Look, I'm gonna take the year off." They come back to him and offer him more money. You think you would shit? My job come to me tomorrow. My boss come to me tomorrow and say, "Hey, look, Mr. Bryant, we are impressed with the work you're doing right now, and we're going to increase your pay by 10%. Shit! Hit me up, bro. Hit me, bro. Let's go. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, so Monty Williams had to change your heart.
LB, what would you say if they would have offered Doc Rivers that contract instead of Monty?
I don't think Doc Rivers would have taken that Detroit job. Doc Rivers want to compete for a championship. He don't want to be part of a rebuilding project. That's why I say I think he's going to end up in Phoenix.
Think so?
And what have I been inaccurate about?
Do you think he's a bad coach?
Who?
Doc Rivers.
How can he be the bad coach if he won the championship and take his team to the playoffs?
Because he had 3 Hall of Famers, and those Hall of Famers were the one that really closed the deal for him.
Right. It's not his fault that James Harden is a perennial playoff choke artist.
No, you didn't hear me what I said. I said the reason why he won a championship, he had 3 Hall of Famers, and those Hall of Famers stepped up.
Wait. He made the Orlando Magic. He made the Orlando Magic relevant.
Yeah. I see. I know what you're saying, Chi-Town.
Every team he went to, they improved.
But what I'm also saying is that when you got a guy like James Harden, who's been a perennial playoff choke artist, Joel Embiid, a perennial playoff choke artist, right?
They took the Orlando Magic to the playoffs. They went 7 games with the Detroit Pistons, who ended up winning 7 games. Who ended up winning the championship.
It's not Doc Rivers' fault that his star players failed to show up.
I want to blame him for that 3-1.
It wasn't Doc Rivers' fault that T-Mac. Hold on, T Sweezy. It's not Doc Rivers' fault that his star player Tracy McGrady didn't show up when it mattered most. Chris Paul, another guy who was a choke artist, right?
Blake Griffin.
He blew that 3-1 series lead when he was in L.A. with the Clippers when they was Lob City. Remember that?
What about with Kawhi and PG when they were favored to win the championship?
See? Blew that 3-1 series lead against the Denver Nuggets.
Wait a minute. So you blame
a coach can only do so much.
You blame it, Doc?
Yeah, but here's the thing with him, though.
Calling Kawhi and PG out?
Why not?
Marcus Morris?
Why not? You know Marcus Morris ain't even in the same playing field those guys. He ain't even in the same stratosphere.
But he was in his prime. He was a starter. He was one of the highest paid players in his team.
Okay, is Marcus Morris a star? Is Marcus Morris a star player?
No, he's a role player.
Okay, wait.
So why we talking about Marcus Morris? We talking about the star players.
Hey, answer this though. Why in the bubble?
But LB, he was one of the star players on the team though. He was in his prime.
Like I said, is Marcus Morris a star player?
No, he's a role player.
Why are we talking about Marcus Morris?
Okay, what about when he started put Montrezl Harrell on Jokic?
Yeah, what
and
about
Jokic
Montrezl Harrell, LB?
Yeah, Jokic was destroying him on pick and rolls. He couldn't guard a 5.
Good point. And slip rolls too. And
yeah, he doesn't. The problem, Doc Rivers is a good coach, but the issue with him, Rasheed Wallace came out and said this. You watch an interview. He does not make any adjustments. He just expects the players to carry him away. That's not how the playoffs work. You have to make adjustments and changes.
Hold on. I mean, that might be true, but to some degree, your star players got to carry you through. That's why they get paid the big money.
Yeah, I agree, but at the same time, though, he doesn't make adjustments. I don't remember him making adjustments in this series at all.
Doc Rivers only can do so much as a coach, bro. He ran plays to get his guys open. They
A
didn't
coach will only
execute.
draw X's and O's, right? It's not so. Look, this is what I'm saying. You can go on top of he doesn't make any adjustments and all that, but how do we know that he did make the adjustment and the adjustment didn't work because of the poor execution of the players on the court?
I agree with you in terms of this series, but there's other series where I've seen him do stuff and he doesn't. I'm not talking about this year only. I'm talking about past series too. Like, how are you getting destroyed by a guy named Corey Brewer? Do you guys remember Corey Brewer?
Oh
I remember Corey Brewer. The same. How do
you let these random players just destroy you? Like, his adjustments, he doesn't make adjustments. And like I said, he's a good regular season coach. He's a player coach, just like Monty Williams. But when it comes to the playoffs, he doesn't make adjustments. That Celtics team should have won more than one championship.
No, the Celtics had injuries, bro.
They were healthy in 2020.
Yeah, they were hurt. You know what I'm saying? KG wasn't the same after he tore his meniscus. Perk got hurt.
But even without Perk, they had a 13-point lead in Game 7 against the Lakers. So we can't. Losing Perk hurt, but they started 13-point lead in the Game 7. So, and also even without KG, they started 3-2 lead on the Magic.
You said who?
I'm saying even with KG being hobbled, they still had a 3-2 lead on the Magic in the second round of 2009. And in 2010,
when we lost to them?
Yeah, when they lost to them. Yeah, they lost to them in 7. And then in 2010, nice to meet you, T-Sweet, baby. Nice to meet you, man.
Oh, yeah, I'm T-Sweezy. I'm a Celtics fan.
Right. Nice to meet you, T-Sweezy. Just want to throw that out there. And then also the following year, they were up 3-2 on the Lakers, don't forget. And even with Perk, they got smashed in Game 6. And then in Game 7, they had a 13-point lead, even without Perk.
And then, do you guys remember the bubble series? Jokic was joining.
I want to say at the end of the day, these players are not getting the same kind of. Look, these players are getting paid buku tons of money, and we are here, and some of these dick-licking fans are here holding these guys in positions they have no business being in. That's what I said. We gotta really reevaluate who are the star players and not what the NBA markets a player as. I'm talking about a real thorough evaluation of who are the best players in the league.
I have a question for you though. What if this?
To me, there's only like 5 players that deserve that kind of distinction. 5. You got Giannis, you got Stephen Curry, you got LeBron, you got Jokic, and then you got
KD.
No, KD not up there.
Oh shit! You better not say Jimmy. You better not say Jimmy Butler. You better not.
Jimmy Butler. Yeah, Jimmy Butler.
Oh, this dude.
You can't tell me Jimmy Butler not one of the best players in the NBA right now.
He is.
This man took a team full of undrafted players to the NBA Finals. And you
might win a title.
He's not a star player. He ain't no superstar. Shit.
No, he is. He's a top 10 player.
You can't tell me Jimmy Butler ain't no superstar.
No. I said it since 2020 when he went to Miami. That playoff run, he proved to me that he a superstar. Like at first he wasn't a superstar because Philly, he had a chance to be a superstar. He wasn't. Minnesota, he went to the playoffs with Wiggins and them. He wasn't a superstar. You feel me? Bulls, he wasn't a superstar then. Like, you feel me? Like, he was an all-star caliber player, but he wasn't, you feel me? But he has got better over the years, you feel me? And then that Miami system, man, it's like, bro, you can make, bro, he was already an elite defender, bro. So, I don't know, man. It's something about Pat Riley in them, man.
Right,
Ty
right.
Riley
Jimmy,
tried to find all them hidden undrafted players, man.
and I think that and don't be surprised if not to switch topics, but don't be surprised if Jimmy Butler becomes the last guy standing. I know people think Denver's just gonna roll, but I don't think so.
I mean, true. But
Denver doesn't.
Denver not my Celtics though.
Right, I understand that, but here's the difference, though. Denver's inexperienced. Other than KCP and Jeff Green, Michael Porter's inexperienced in the finals, so it's Jamal Murray, Aaron Gordon, Joker.
We're not talking about the NBA Finals yet. We'll talk about that tomorrow.
All right.
I don't want to talk about the NBA Finals right now.
Okay. So what coaches are left? You said Doc Rivers. Who else?
Steve Nash, who he should become an assistant coach before he goes back to coaching.
He's trash.
Agreed.
I don't even know how he got a job in the first. Because normally the way it works is you become an assistant coach and you learn, and then you become a head coach, like Steve Kerr.
Well, Jason Kidd just got put on. So
Say
he
that
got
again?
the Jason Kidd treatment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at least Jason
And
Kidd, he went back to assistant coaching with the Lakers and kind of got experience from that. So I think that to become a coach, you should become an assistant coach first and learn.
Yeah. They should never put that they should never put that enter tag on Joe. See, Boston would have been cool. They'd have been like, okay, cool. Now we can either roll with Udoka or we can go interview Mike Budenholzer. We can go interview Monty Williams. We can go interview whoever else out there. You get what I'm saying? But now we stuck with this dumb-eyed, cockeyed coach who don't know what the hell he's doing. Like, I promise you, if he gets fired, he's not getting.
Hold on. Because once again, here we go with this now. Joe Mazzulla, a rookie coach, get your team with that one game in the NBA Finals, but he don't know what he's doing.
Bro, he got carried. He has the championship roster.
You sound dumb. Look, T. Sweezy, you my man and all, but you sound dumb. All right. Considering that you have a lot of coaches out there who's been there for years, right? You had Steven Silas, case in point. Steven Silas with the Houston Rockets for 3 years. He's a first-time coach. Guess where his team at? At the bottom of the barrel.
You said Steven Silas. I thought he was there for a few years.
Worse. You just can't come
black bread from Houston, right?
Yeah, but the Houston Rockets. Houston Rockets got worse with Steven Silas.
He was only there for 1 year. I thought he was there for 2 years.
He's been there for 3 years.
Because when he did, 3 years, because he was there with Harden. Harden quit on him.
So you can't, y'all gotta stop with this sensationalism of every time a coach does something y'all don't like, y'all want to fire him. Stop that. You sound dumb. You sound just like them Skip Bayless and all them other clowns that build them networks. We trying to get away from them. Now, if he was there like 4 years and he ain't been doing nothing, then yeah, I can see you saying that. The dude's a rookie coach that got the team to one game in the NBA Finals. You want him fired?
LB, he been with the team since 2016.
And was he
he was there at the finals.
Hold on, was he the decision maker?
No.
All right then. So what are we talking about?
LB, the highest level he coached is Division II.
You can be an assistant all day, but if you're not the final decision maker, right? Because what do we always say? Oh man, it's the coach's fault. So you can't turn around and say it's the coach's fault and then blame him when then turn around and be like, well, he's been there since 2016. He wasn't the head coach in 2016. So you can't use that. Come on, man. You sound crazy, bro. I love T-Sweezy, you my man, you my dog. You know what I'm saying? We kick it, we all that, right? But you sound crazy right now.
So you think he did a good job?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
so you fine with ISO ball?
Let me ask you this. When y'all were down 3-0, when y'all were down 0-3, you wanted him fired, right?
Yeah, but he wasn't gonna get fired because he got that contract.
That's not the point. You wanted him gone. When the series was tied 3-3, Hold on? When the series was tied 3-3, was you calling for his job then when Boston came back and tied the series?
I still want him on fire either way it go.
So you gonna sit here and blatantly cap and be like, well, yeah, I know they came back and tied the series and all that, but you know what? I still don't like him. He gotta be gone.
He almost blew game 6.
He didn't.
Did they win? Did they win?
No, Al Horford was getting killed the whole game.
That's not. I asked you all that. I asked you, did the Boston Celtics win Game 6?
Yeah.
All right, then. So what we talking about? What's up, Joker 9000? Salute. What we talking about?
Let me ask you a question. So, Miami, he only had 2 players that scored for 10 points. That's Caleb Martin and Jimmy Butler, right? So, how the hell you don't make no adjustments?
Well, how do your star players not come through for you? How Jaylen Brown had 8 turnovers?
Yeah, 1 for 9 for the 3.
How does Jaylen Brown go 1 for 9 from the 3? Derek White go 2 for 9 from the 3? How does Marcus Smart only had 9 points in 35 minutes, looking like a Sonic the Hedgehog that got doused with double deer goo?
He kept fucking missing.
And 10 was 5 for 13.
Tatum was hurt.
Doesn't matter. He played bad. Everyone's hurt.
He should have pulled his ass out.
Hold on. You said, hold on. So this is what I don't get, right? Because I don't like this whole injury excuse thing, right? Because, Duncan, you had Kevin Love didn't play. You had Tyler Hero didn't play. You had Victor Oladipo didn't play. And guess who else was hurt? Jimmy Butler was hurt also. So
and Gabe Vincent. And Gabe Vincent, too.
So you can't use the injury excuse because everybody hurt at this point in the season. Everybody hurt. Nobody at this point in the season is fully healthy. People playing with bump ankles. You know, they have to take a real serious injury for them to not play. But with a little knick-knack injury, they're gonna play through it. So we can't use the injury excuse when it suits us. Can't do it. I won't let you use that injury excuse. You can't do it. They play like trash, man. Jaylen Brown played like trash. Even he acknowledged that.
Hey, but one mistake he made the first 3 games, though, you letting Butler play one-on-one.
Good point.
Well,
I mean, that's
well, okay, but this is the thing, Chi-Town King. All those we all thought that, right? The problem was Miami's 3-point shooting was something to be respected. You couldn't just double team Jimmy Butler every possession coming down, especially considering that these guys can shoot the 3. Miami's one of the best 3-point shooting teams in the league over the year. You can't just blindly double team Jimmy Butler because initially that's what I thought. I'm like, well, damn, why the fuck they did double Jimmy Butler? And then when I watched these games and saw Miami's hitting these 3s, now you see why you can just double Jimmy Butler all the time.
Yeah, Caleb. Well, not to correct you, but the Heat were 27th in 3-point shooting. They weren't really a good 3-point shooting team in the play.
All right, Gideon. All right, Gideon. So you have to always have to be right.
I'm not trying to be right. I'm not trying to be right. I'm just saying that I know what you're saying. I'm not trying to be right, but to add to your point, they are number 1 in 3-point shooting in the playoffs, though.
So yeah, so we gotta. They were hitting the 3 really high efficiency at a really high clip. You couldn't just double Jimmy Butler. Couldn't just double them. They were hitting their 3s. Now, if they weren't hitting their 3s, then we got a whole other conversation. We have a whole nother conversation. I got to give it to Miami, man. I did not have this team making the NBA Finals. I had them getting swept in the first round. So I got to eat the cake.
Same here. I was wrong, too.
I got to eat the cake. Andy May.
But I do think, though, in the first 3, I don't blame for Game 7. I think Game 7 was more of the players in control. I don't blame for Game 7. So the first 3 games, though, I feel like he didn't make the It wasn't until Game 4 he made the proper adjustment to guard Jimmy Butler. He wasn't doing that the first 3 games, if you remember.
Mm-hmm.
Those 3 games, 4 through 6, Butler was pretty much not great.
Yeah, because they turned up the defense on him.
Yeah, and they should have done that. They should have done that the first 3 games of the series. After Game 3, it was too little, too late at that point. If they did that in the first 2 or 3 games, then they probably win that series in 6.
The thing about it was the Boston Celtics were the better team on paper, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But we all on this panel know games are not won and lost on paper. It's won and lost on the court.
Right.
And the Boston Celtics this year has had this bad habit of playing to the level of their competition. When you factor they losing games to the Orlando Magic, they lost like 3 times to the Orlando Magic this year, a team that should have just really ran roughshod over, only for them to come back and blow out the Milwaukee Bucks, right? And over the course of this year, you like, man, you can't trust this team, man, because what do I always say? For those of you that are new to this channel, right? One thing I always say is that for a team to be treated as a championship contender or a very serious threat to the championship, you got to beat teams you're supposed to beat. When you got an inferior opponent, you need to go in there and that game need to be over by the 4th quarter. Like at the end of the 3rd, your starters need to be sitting on the bench because you already got the game well in hand. You can't be out here playing cat and mouse with the Orlando Magic.
Well, the Hawks too. Remember, they won a 6 game with the Hawks.
Yeah, they should have swept the Atlanta Hawks, especially after how they won Game 1.
And I thought the series against Philly too. I thought that would be over in like 6 or 5. I didn't think they had a chance to go close it in 5. Because remember, Game 4 came down the wire. Marcus Smart missed a game winner at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he missed the game winner in regulation, but he hit the game winner when it was too late.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now I remember. Yeah.
Right.
Well, that don't make no sense. He hit the shot, but he was late in releasing the shot.
That was more Jason Tatum's fault for passing it like that late. He should have either taken a layup or passed him earlier.
Well, the thing was, then they had one. Philadelphia was only up 1.
Yep.
So I didn't understand why they didn't take it in.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
But that's how you. But to me, what lost the Boston Celtics that series is one of, like I said in the video, I did the video yesterday about this, right? You live by the knife, you die by the sword. When the 3-point shot is falling, look, Boston will go ahead and scorch anybody. But when that shit not falling, you go 9-42 from the 3, you're not going to beat nobody. You're not beating nobody going 9-42 from the 3.
Well, that's another thing too. Why are they jacking up threes? They should attack
That's
the paint.
Missoula offense, man. That's how you play Missoula ball. He's stupid. They wasn't doing this shit last year. I promise you that.
I agree with that though.
Why the fuck are we shooting 40 to damn near 63s a game? That's not Boston brand style basketball, and we don't really have an identity. They just know us as us shooting threes, and that's crazy. We're dead last at getting forcing turnovers, getting steals and shit like that. I don't know how we have a top 5 fucking defense. Our defense been ass the whole year. I kept saying to myself, if we keep playing like this, we're gonna mess around and lose in the first round. You get what I'm saying? And we had trouble playing down to our competition, and we was one of the worst teams at closing this year. When games are decided 5 or fewer, like in the playoffs, we were like 0-6 for that. 0-6, you feel me? So it didn't make no sense. Those first 2 games, those were one or two possession games.
Right.
Yep.
I
You know what I'm
agree.
saying?
I agree. And also the
then,
zone.
right?
Sorry, you were talking. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And then it don't make no sense how Missoula can't figure out a simple 2-3 zone. They'll run a 3-2 zone. They'll run a 2-3. Then they'll try to trap you, and they'll run back. All they're doing is covering the side. That's all a zone is. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
It's not running man. So somewhere it's going to be open. But for some reason, these dudes get too trigger happy. They love the long ball. And then
That's a good point.
And then if you was to tell me that Al Horford was going to come into the playoffs playing like this, and Jaylen Brown was going to play like this, and then after the first round, Brogdon hasn't been the same. Feel me? So if I knew he was going to play like this, I was going to have us losing too. But I thought we was going to figure a way out. You know what I'm saying? Once we were down 0-2, Ari was like, yeah, the writing's on the wall. It's over with. You know what I'm saying? So I honestly thought we was going to lose in 5.
I'm not gonna lie though. When you guys came back and tied the series, I thought you guys were gonna win Game 7 because you guys were at home. And the
Same here.
The momentum was all in the Celtics' favor too.
I don't know what the hell is going on with this damn team, man. This team is fucking weird, bro. Like as a Boston fan, I ain't never seen my team play like this. Yeah, turnovers, but come on, bro. We can't score or play defense. Crazy.
They should have used the mid-range shot.
We can't do nothing.
Boston was almost dead last in 2-point attempts. Boston should use the mid-range shot.
Exactly. Second and worst extra committee. Correct. Go ahead. My bad.
No, you're good. You're good. I agree with you 100%. And I thought you guys would win Game 7. I was wrong. And also another reason why Boston are losing, you didn't do a good job. You didn't use the size. You didn't use your size. Like you got to use more pick and roll, more lob action to Robert Williams. You know, you didn't drive to the middle enough. And in Game 7, you allowed Butler to play 1-on-1, and you got killed by Caleb Martin off the catch, off the screen and pop, off the around the horn. That's why you lost that game, though. And even Max Strus got involved.
Most of Caleb Martin's shots were uncontested.
Hey,
exactly.
One thing I don't get: why are you guys so better on the road, but then you're not as good at home? I don't understand that.
That's a good ass question. I have no fucking clue.
Like, why are you better on the road? They play well.
You
at home, they're like
7 at home. That's unacceptable. You can't lose games at home.
3 games in a series at home lost.
And you know who else did that? Philadelphia 76ers did that 2 years ago when they lost to the Atlanta Hawks. They lost games 1, 5, and 7 at home.
Right.
So you can't be losing games at home. You can sit there talk about pick and pop, all that shit, but at the end of the day, you're at home. You got the crowd on your side. Give them a reason to believe in you.
Agreed.
Your star players got to be stars when it matters most. That's why they get paid the big bucks. So when you get the big bucks, that means they subject themselves to scrutiny. Because you say you're the best, you want people to proclaim that you're the best, but when you're not the best, when your best is required, then we got to look at you some kind of way. You got to be at your best when your best is required.
Agreed.
And that's what separates the Michael Jordans and the LeBron Jameses and the Magic Johnsons and the Kobe Bryants of the world from the James Hardens, Joel Embiids, and the DeMar DeRozans of the world. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Really good players, but they're not their best when their best is required. On that note, I'm going to go ahead and end this on this note because I got to go to bed because the job is calling.
When can we do a stream, LB?
It won't be for at least a week because I'll be out of town. I could be on travel for the next week.
Okay.
Have fun, LB.
That's still all right for sure. Oh, hey man, not in here, huh?
Huh?
Hitman left, huh? Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, fuck. I wanted him on my channel. I wanted to talk about the Monty shit.
So,
But yeah, that's the link to my channel, y'all. G Money. All right, for sure. It's good.
Right. And you can also subscribe. Nice to meet you again, T Sweets, and have fun on your trip. LB, stay safe, stay healthy. And also, please subscribe to my channel, The Last Laugh Podcast, with me, Biggie, Prince, and Z.
For sure. LB, we gotta do some work together though. Whenever you get a chance, like when you get back.
all right. Well, you
Appreciate
got
you for having me on, LB. G Money. I'll tap in with you.
Let me send it to the private chat. Okay.
all right, y'all. On that note, I'm out of here. Y'all have a good one. I'll catch y'all in another video.
Peace.